Hey, you guys. So I'm over here eating, watching the B. Simone and her best friend sit down, chat, talk. I forget the name of it, but y'all, I've been hearing so much. It's been going around social media about what B. Simone's best friend said about her. And, you know, how she wasn't a good friend. And everybody's making videos on how wrong she is. And, oh, she's not a good friend. And, oh, this is the part that y'all need to really be looking at. And all the things, right? I'm going to jump on that wagon. I'm about to share a snippet of what's more important than all of what was said in that interview, or, you know, her sit down chat talk or whatever, because we forget how gifted we are. And we are so gifted. We are created by God, and we forget about our gift, our talents. We focus on so many other things. We're looking at all, you know, like social media, what this person said and this person said. And we forget that we are called, and we understand. We are not confused, you know. So this part, you know, we are not confused. It just, this is what I needed. And I pray whoever else needed, I pray that this blesses you, because this blessed me 100%. It's so powerful. All right.
I know my mission. I'm clear on my mission. I said this to you the other day. I'm not confused about my mission and my vision when I'm in the field.
You're not. When y'all get the commenting in them
That's
comments.
it. When you look in this way and looking that way, and you're on the internet and you're listening to the noise,
getting on my nerves.
That's when you get. Let me talk to y'all. That you're not confused about what God told you. You're not confused about your mission.
Too many voices.
You're not confused about the vision. You're not confused about your gifts. You're not confused about your talents. You're not confused about what God said. You're not confused about what you heard. You're not confused when you're doing it. You're not confused when you're writing that book. You're not confused when you're writing those ideas. You're not confused when you have that business idea. You're not confused when you're talking to your friend about your ideas. You're not confused. You're not confused. You get confused when you let the outside noises and the noise and the bicker and the bullshit and the gossip, excuse me, Lord, get in your ear. You looking at the comments. You looking at what they got. You comparing. You're looking. You look at what God put in front of you. Yeah. You're not confused. And I'm speaking to me when I'm speaking to y'all. I'm not confused.
You're not. I'm very clear.
Oh my God.
You're
I'm so clear on my mission.
What are some practical tools that you're putting in place to make sure you sustain the clearness that God has given you?
I think it's remembering in those moments. Like I brought this up to you if you have to write it. If that's what you need to meditate on, write it. When you hear God's voice clearly and you know clearly, you have to write it down and go back to that. You have to go back to it. You can't forget it. Just like the pain God brought me out of. I say, God, I never want to feel it again, but never let me forget the pain you brought me through, because we forget. You forget what God said.
As soon as he bring you out?
You forget. I'm good now. You forget. So at the casting call, baby, I'm going to toot my own horn for a second. I was in there bossed the F up.
Okay, because period.
What?
Yeah.
I was in my element. I wasn't even on camera. I had on a black hat, some sweats, and a hoodie. I wrote on my vision board last year, I want to produce and direct. That's exactly what I was doing. I was sitting behind the camera, directing, producing. I have an eye. Daryl said, I'm sorry, y'all, we got to do it over. He said, you got the vision. He said, tell her to do it over. Daryl was like, I know exactly I see it. Yeah. You know what you're doing. You're producing right now. I'm not confused when I'm in the field. I'm not confused when I'm on the mic. I'm not confused when I'm on the red carpet. I'm not confused when I'm journaling. I'm not confused when I'm fasting and listening to God. I'm not confused when I'm coming up with ideas like a casting call and 200 women show up and I see the impact in the room, and they're over here praying and they're over here worshiping and they're over here covering each other. They're over here starting a prayer group talking about they're going to go pray in the park next week together.
Crazy.
I'm not confused when I'm in it. Yeah. I get confused, and you get confused when you get distracted and you start listening to outside noises, which is just the enemy deterring you from your purpose.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm not confused on my purpose. I'm not confused on the mission. I know the mission statement. So it's just honing in and focusing on that. If you have to write it down, write it down. If you got to go back to that, you have to go back to that moment. And Vina says this all the time. She's like, I go back to the rainbow. Like I saw a rainbow. I asked God to give me a sign. I don't remember details of the story, but she has a screenshot of a rainbow she saw. She's like, when I'm losing faith or I go back to the picture.
Wow.
This is a reminder that God was there in that moment.
Yeah.
You got to go back to the rainbow. Whatever your rainbow is, you got to go back to it. So you're not confused.
Yeah.
You're listening to the noise. That's it.
I pray that blessed y'all. I mean, the conviction in my heart when she was talking and when she was saying all of the things, like, I've spent my whole life literally caring about what society, what people, what my peers, everybody's thought and said. So I didn't do it. I didn't do the things that God was calling me to. And in that season, I truly felt as if, like, am I really gifted? Did he really give me the gift of writing? Can I really create books? Can I really create films? Can I really be an actress? Can I really sing? Can I really do those things? This person's already doing it. This person is already doing it. They're saying this. I'm listening to other Christians and all these others. And I'm just like, Lord, like, I'm confused. Like, what do I do? And it's like, and the whole time God is just like, I've given you that gift. You've written it down. You know what I've told you. You know what I told you. Do that, and you have to have faith. But again, she said, you're not confused. You're not confused about the gift that God has given you. You have proof. You've been writing. You've been singing. You've been doing the things that God has called you to do. And just because, people aren't seeing you right at this moment doesn't mean that your gift isn't being heard or seen, and it's just so beautiful. So I'm going to leave it there because it was already kind of long, but I pray that it motivated y'all because, oh my gosh, it spoke to my heart. It spoke to me and it made me be like, you know what? Yeah. Because I kind of was like, oh my gosh, should I post this on here? I don't want people to think that, like, oh my gosh, is it too much? Will people, understand it? Will they judge me for posting this or whatever? And it's like, it will be for the people who needs to hear it. And that's just that. But take what you need out of it and, pray about it. And I pray that y'all enjoyed the video and see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Love you guys and God bless.